That's it.
Mm.
It's working.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. Yay. Well done, Tracy. And then we can just bring the two pieces together. Um, I think that, if there's anybody else, Jenny, you wanted to share something?
I'm feeling it's since Nadine came on, I'm really feeling her so strongly. It's beautiful to meet you, Nadine. And as soon as you women came on, like I feel the land of South Africa so strongly, like it's actually bringing a bit of emotion through. So I'm just honoring that. Yeah, and part of this is this connecting to our roots, connecting to our sense of place, connecting. Oh, it's really strong, so beautiful. Like how our women's bodies, they know our place in this world. They know our place and our space as mother, as the mother that we are, that our bodies feel this pain that she holds. And I work a lot in the world where I step into the shadow energy that is held in the planet from the disowned parts that humans don't like to hold. And I just want to honor, like us here, we are women's bodies. We have the connection and the power to feel what's going on in the land we walk on, to feel her so deeply and to assist in transmuting what is so hard and heavy for the collective, but not with our minds. I just want to put in here the space, less in the mind, less in the mind, less information here. Feel her, like feel her, draw her up through our bodies, get ourselves so deep in this land that we are one again, and follow that guideline, that guidance that is in the codes of our souls on this planet. Many of us have been here so many times. We know what we're doing, we feel it, and it is now time to not be distracted.
I love you, Jenny.
Mm.
You're amazing.
So beautiful. And I'm so looking forward to tomorrow when Araya will doing the clearing of the contract. She was speaking about that earlier on. And I just when I saw the first round table on YouTube, and that was the first one where she was doing the clearing of the contracts, it was so powerful. And I know that that is really, as you say, just disconnecting from all that junk out of ourselves and clearing away all of the years and years of programming and toxins and information in the head. So that's going to be quite a ending to these 3 days of round table. Yeah. Any other questions from anyone else that'd like to please unmute and share? Tara, if you wanted to bring in something.
Yeah, my energy went to the healing as well, just into our women's bodies know how to heal. Every single month that we've had a fertility cycle, we are cleansing and renewing. And part of the cleansing process that's so embedded in our ancient cells and our ancient cultures is the ritual of grief. And grieving is not something that we are designed to do on our own, in our bedrooms or in our cars or quietly in the shower, isolated. Grief is a really important ritual to all ancient cultures, that we come together and grieve openly, loudly. Like and this is the thing with emotions, right, Jenny? They need to be allowed and they need to be aired. Otherwise, it's like water having no oxygen and being starved of oxygen and light and consciousness and attention. So you can imagine what happens to water when you cut out the light and you cut out the oxygen. You wouldn't want to drink that water. there'd be all kinds of nasty little creatures that are super poisonous to you. It would go super acidic as well, that water. It's basically dead. You wouldn't want to drink that. You wouldn't want to touch it. And yet that's what happens to our emotions, our water in our bodies, because we are mostly water. And we cut off the oxygen supply and we stop breathing when we go into fear. And what needs to happen is we need to go, and learn how to breathe, and learn how to breathe air and oxygen back into our stagnant, decayed emotional landscapes. Well, like women, bottle it up and be strong. No, that's not feminine. That's suffocation. Again, that's suffocation, that's death. It needs to come out. It needs to purge. It needs to cleanse. It needs to heal. It's allowed. Emotions are our power. Water is our element. We need to birth and purge all of this stuff out of our bodies. And the best possible way, like women, when we say things and get it off our chest, don't we feel better? Even if we don't know what's bothering us, we talk it all out, we put the worlds to right, and then we just feel better because we've aired everything. And when we can see it more clearly and we're more centered. And it's so important that we women communicate and share together. And if you don't have those women, do what Nirvana's done, call them in. Do what Paula did, call them in. You create your circles, you gather your women, you gather your tribe, you put the call out, you bang your drum, you do your la, 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 whatever you need to do, and call your sisters in and communicate and grieve together. And I feel like grieving together as a world is really, really important. And that there's a space holding for that, because there's so much stuff that we have to cleanse with our grief from this world in order for us to birth and move forward. And so I would welcome that, but not on our own. It's a community thing. It's sacred and it's holy, and the tears are holy. And it plants, the tears grow the flowers into the desert. It's really important that we come together.
And it's amazing because I know that being strong is something that we as women have always kind of felt it's our job. Be strong for the family, be strong for ourselves. Don't fall apart. We don't give ourselves the space to fall apart. And for me especially, I know that it is hard for me to fall apart and to tap into that vulnerability, to show that vulnerability. And this morning I shared with Tracy when I listened to the High Five Tribe live Facebook live, and they were talking about losing your children, and can feel that. And I've lost both my boys, but they're not dead, they're alive. And it's nearly 14 years since I've had a connection with my children. And I said, how do you grieve or mourn that when they haven't left this plane, they're 5 kilometers away from you? And how do you really mourn that? And I could feel all that, because I'm pretty aware of the soul's agreement and all of that soul stuff up there. But as a mother, it was it's sometimes it catches me like it caught me this morning. Like I could really feel the pain of not being able to mourn them in a way. And so she said who they are today. Cody is 27, my youngest one. He was 12 the last time I saw him, and my oldest one is 30. And she said that that child is no longer, your 12-year-old is no longer, he is not, he's 27 and you don't know the 27-year-old. So the little boy that you knew that was 12 is no longer there, is no longer available. He's no longer, he's just in your memory. So in a way I could mourn that, because I don't know the 27-year-old 30-year-old child. So, and having kept myself strong in all that time. Sorry, I'm babbling along.
No, you're not babbling, you're being real.
Can we just be with you right now and breathe together?
Yeah.
Because I think we all know, we can all feel this. And all of us have losses as well.
Mm.
And we can't logicalize an emotion. It's different language. We got to breathe. What if we all just let ourselves go there? Breathing. Maybe connect your hands to your body. Hold yourself. I have this process that I invite people into where we go and greet whatever's there. I feel Jenny does something similar, and we probably have a little bit of a different way, but it's similar. In that you would just go up to whatever you feel in your body, in your heart, in your emotions, or in your mind, and say hello. And breathe. Hello, me. Try saying it out loud and see how it feels, ladies.
Hello, me.
Hello, me.
And breathe the words in. Let's start a conversation. Let's bring air to the body and to the feelings. And your touch to whatever you're feeling in yourself right now. And maybe, Nirvana, say hello, me that doesn't know how to grieve. Maybe we've got so strong, locked it down so much, it's hard to unlock it. What if we just acknowledge that? Hello, me. Hello, the part of me that's scared of unlocking the grief. What if we said that out loud, each of us?
Hello, the me that
Hello,
is
me.
afraid of unlocking the grief.
Afraid to unlock the grief.
Or doesn't know how?
Doesn't.
Breathe. Just say to yourself, I feel you, me.
Feel you, me.
I feel you, me.
I hear you, me.
Hear you.
Hear you, me.
I understand.
I understand.
Breathe the words back in. Let them come in like a medicine, trickling in like soft, gentle, warm honey into the places that need to be validated. Hello, me that's quietly grieving. Hello, me that feels. And each of us has our own feeling, maybe devastated, disconnected, afraid. Just you bring in your own, validate what you're feeling. I hear you, me. I'm sorry. By saying this to yourself, I'm so sorry, me.
So sorry, me.
That you're really scared of letting the walls down, really scared of feeling.
Scared of
Really scared of feeling.
feeling.
And being vulnerable and not being strong. Bring the breath into the tummy, into the heart. If you're not breathing, you can't feel, and it will be in your head and it won't reach there. Right? If you need to, swivel your hips a little bit. Open your mouth to breathe. Oxygen in. Right, Jenny? Like, yeah, exactly. And you can move. Let's validate your grief. I'm so sorry, me, that you've been grieving for 14 years alone, Nirvana, and every other mother or woman in this space. Because in order for us to allow release and liberation and healing, we have to meet. And it's so simple to meet that place. And what if we could just meet that place in ourselves and just be like, I love you, me. I've got you. I'm so sorry you're grieving. I'm so sorry you've been alone. I'm so sorry locked up to be safe, but you're not actually safe. And you're freaking out. Please forgive me. You know, forgive ourselves. And not in the traditional religious sense of the word. It actually means something very different. It means forgiveness is to take the key and put it in the lock of your whatever's locked up and turn it and unprison yourself. That's what forgiveness is really all about. You have the power to unlock any part of yourself that is locked in, locked down. Oh, can't breathe. And go, please forgive me. My children are done. I don't know how to be a mother. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to be vulnerable. Please forgive me that you don't know how to be vulnerable. And let yourself purge. And we can do it together, because on our own we are vulnerable, but together we're actually safe because we feel the same things. And then just love to yourself. Yeah, just give yourself that squeeze. I love you. I've got you.
I've got 3 minutes before my power goes off.
Mm.
And so I don't want to just disappear without saying thank you. I would like to ask both of you to continue to hold the space, and you know, if it feels wrapped up for you, you know, wrap up if you want to continue. And I just want to thank all of you for your space and your time and that beautiful process that's just seemed to have happened.
Mm.
As somebody had said to me, I think it was Paula Connor, and it was so amazing because I just thought about that the inner child work, I think both of you do inner child work. And I mentioned something about the inner child, and she said, you'll be fine, you'll be fantastic, because both of these people are doing inner child work, and you know, not expecting any of this coming up. And so beautiful to looking after that little girl who always had to survive, so I it's such a process. And as each one of us do this for ourselves, we know that there's so many that we are supporting through lifting and healing through this
Yeah.
um, energy field that is joined here. I'd like to thank you because I know that it's going to just disconnect and I will disappear poof, like magic. Thank you, Tracy, for this beautiful, and Stefan and Priscilla for this beautiful platform that has facilitated for me to have Authentically Me, and to have the opportunity to share authentically. And please do continue when I drop out. So I'll just go back and let you continue to share.
Ivana, love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, forgiveness, Tara. The forgiveness is the most powerful soul quality to embody. And with my doodling, with my language of light, that is what we do, embody soul qualities. We have certain soul qualities we've been born with, but not all of them, and we have to actually embody them through acknowledging the quality and then ask for that. And forgiveness is a powerful one. To forgive the world, to forgive everybody around us, to forgive our own mistakes and our own ignorance and our own forgiveness for our own forgetting who we truly are.
Yes.
That all falls for us. Yeah, that was good. Thank you for that.
It's so powerful.
Mm.
It's more powerful than any other false agenda that's going on around us. And it's so important that we remember how powerful we are.
Mm.
And these are very simple words. Very simple.
Yeah.
But they have to be simple because they're universal. Like water, like breath. A simple word can unlock a whole, it can unlock everything, really.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people in South Africa that have an amazing ability to forgive, and there is a lot in South Africa that people have to forgive. And I'm always very at awe about how they manage to forgive all the past. And they are the ones that we are looking at and learning
That's
from.
needed.
Mm.
Yeah.
What's going on. And we are all in the right place where we are. And that's also amazing. And I'm always honored to know Antoinette for all those years. And I know her children when they were little. And yeah, it's hard. We all have certain things that we needed to come at this time to work through, all individually, and let it go and recognize who we truly are and that we are here to do a service around this time. And it's also an amazing time. We are also very lucky to be around this time and to do what we do because it gives us joy what we do. And being in that joy, what we actually our sole purpose is, that's that's amazing in itself because that keeps our vibration up all the time through hard times and through everything. You're still there, Antoinette. Oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you were saying you were so honored to know, but my
oh
legal
sorry.
name is, it's all
Oh,
right. My legal name is Antoinette, but I have transitioned since 2000
yeah,
to Nirvana, which was a beautiful name given to me,
I'm
and so
sorry.
she met me as Antoinette. So I was just gonna, yeah, this electricity will go off any time, so that, yeah, so I said to her, get a big sticker right on Nirvana so that
Yeah, I know,
people are
and
not going to know who. It's all right. It's all, it's all of me here, Antoinette Nirvana.
oh, yeah, trust me.
Yeah, may I just honor the energy that's running in me, because that process, Tara, thank you so much for collectively holding that. It's interesting, Nadine, I feel like I'm sitting in your lower body, like I can feel the upper bit. So you're translating whatever it is I need to feel in the land that you're upon. So just really honoring that. And I just feel like what's moving in this space as the women release the grief, as we allow that to move through our bodies, what I'm feeling is, and I want to say it as clearly as I can, the web of arrogance that is sitting above the fabric within South Africa is needing and is ready to shift. And it is only when the women feel and grieve collectively that that arrogant web and that lack of humility is willing to dissolve with it. And we have to bleed back onto the land. We have to weep back onto the land. We have to grieve enough that our men can feel and touch their own grief. So I just feel energetically, if it's okay with you guys, I'm just seeing that collective web of arrogance specific to your country. And if it's okay with you, I'm just going to lift some of that, if that's okay. Hey, na ki ti tia na hivre na hitia ni a ki ane eti hiana ivre na ikina etia hune eti ki na he hiana eti hiana na ineti. So we just ask energetically that that web of arrogance that has kept a false safety net, that the men of the land could not feel the grief that is in their bodies. And we just ask that that web is safe now to dissolve into the beautiful land of South Africa. And the women can feel, the feminine can hold her own masculine, and the men of the land. So that we can come into balance, so that we can come into deep balance, safety, safety. And we ask that beautiful energy of humility, the humility of being human, human at this time. Nyahane kiavrahitea, nyoone inia laki nohone itia, kiavreana ute. Nehile, nehile, nehile. Sa. And just feeling energetically a beautiful shift, that the women in your country will feel their ovaries once again in relation to the earth, that it is safe for them to feel their sacred vessel once again, and to grieve together all of the abuse and all of the trauma that has been held in that space in the female body. And energetically, the reverse of that in the masculine body, I just feel the weave of the balls, the weave of the testicles back to the heart, to the heart, to the heart. Mm. Was the oversoul of the land of South Africa, the oversoul. Whew. So potent, so powerful, but there's a disconnect in the land. There's a disconnect that needs to be felt. Thank you for letting me feel your country. It's such an honor.
Thank you, Jenny. I think that it's a beautiful way to close. I'm amazing that Spirit is still keeping my power on, not my power, but my power is always on. And that was beautiful. I got such goose flesh throughout my entire body. And I think this is a great space and this time to close, to honor each one of you, everybody that's joined us, that shared the space with us. Tara, I can't thank you enough for your support. And Jenny, so great to connect with you. Looking forward to having more connections and sharing more conversations. And thank you for being up at this hour. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful night's rest and dreamtime journeys. And you, Tara, as well. It's also 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock for you now, isn't it?
No, I'm in the middle of the day. I'm good.
Yeah, good. Well, have a beautiful day and bless you, everybody. And from myself, Nirvana, and Authentically Me, the Body and Mind Wellness Conference. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for joining. Tracy, you could end the meeting. Thank you very much.
Love to all of you.
Thank you.